Hey everybody, so I'm gonna be getting started again. I just took a little bit of a break. I'm not even sure what town I'm in, but there's some things about this I don't like, and some things I do like about the Zonar. Although I think I'm gonna be doing a video on that, so I don't want to go into a whole lot of detail on that right now. But one of them, you can't do anything when you start moving. It just puts that on there saying you're driving. I kind of know that I'm driving. So, yeah, I don't see why it says that it needs to let me know what I'm doing when I'm doing it. Whoops, wrong one. And then this right here says, sorry, it can't do the routing, and you have to keep hitting like that and then click start, and guess what, it works just fine. But you have to, like, why? Anyway, like I said, I got a few gripes with it. I've been using it for a couple weeks now. I really wanted to use it and kind of learn it before I try to teach somebody, a student, on how to use something like that before I know how to use it myself. That, and honestly, just being solo for a little while was kind of nice. And I had some medical things going on from the accident, as some of you guys are probably aware of, that I was involved in an accident. Actually, let's talk about that for a quick second. I actually have 2 medical procedures, or possibly surgery. I'm not sure which one they would be, because I'm not exactly getting cut open, but they have to put me to sleep, and they're gonna go into my spine and fry some nerve endings. So yeah, that's fun. And then, so yeah, that's going to be on the 3rd and on the 17th of this month. So I might be live on the 3rd or maybe the 4th. Today is Thursday, by the way. So that would be next week. Something like, yeah, next week. So I don't know what today's date is. Anyway, I'll be doing that. I may go live on the 3rd or the 4th, like I said, and then I'll let you guys have an idea, possibly for on the 17th, what my plan may or may not be. I do have a student that's going to be coming to the truck here in the next day or so. He is a subscriber of mine. I don't know if he's going to want videos made with him in it, but if he does, I'm going to have some content coming up. A lot of training videos, backing videos, a lot of the things that you guys really want. Sometimes it's really hard to get the camera angles needed or whatever with me being solo. It's a lot easier for me to be in the truck, out of the truck, while someone else is driving it, and kind of like recording as I'm teaching. Now, I've had some people, you know, leave comments saying I'm more worried about my YouTube channel than training a student. And the one thing I want to say, that's definitely not true. And if that was ever a problem, I would think that my past students would have said something about that to Swift, or even on my own YouTube videos, because, you know, my videos are a little bit popular with people trying to join Swift. I'm talking about joining Swift. Swift did come out with a new program, and I'm actually going to make a video on that program all by itself. May do that one later on today. So I'll have 2 uploads coming back to back for that, and then maybe one with my students. So there's probably like 3 different videos that could be happening here very rapidly. Sorry that I haven't really been doing a lot of videos since the accident. Yeah, I've just been dealing with some stress, and I lost a lot of money, a pretty penny. But that's going to be in my financial freedom video, because it's the stock market and crypto trading. But that's another video I need to do. I tried to do it once already on live, but for some reason the audio wasn't transmitted. So I really need to invest in a better microphone and recording setup, but that's going to end up costing me like $1,000 all said and done, and that's expensive. So, and nobody's supporting me on Patreon. If you really like my content and you would like to help try to support me so I could buy some of the equipment to really help bring the content, you know, down in the description is a link to Patreon where you could support me with as little as $1 a day. $1 a month. And being a Patreon supporter, there's some benefits and some rewards and yada yada yada. Again, the link is down in the description. If you would like to sign up, that'd be really super awesome. And I forgot which one it is, but if you sign up for that one, you actually get my phone number and we talk. So yeah, if you want to have some hands-on conversations with me, then that's one way to do it. Stay hydrated, right? So some people might wonder what highway this is. This is Highway 10. I'm headed all the way out to West Texas. Fort Stockton is my first stop of the day. I left last night, so really couldn't record much because you guys wouldn't be able to see much of the video. But I do have a video that I kind of want to do, but I don't want to ruin the surprise. So I'll get to that one soon. But there's like 2 in that one I would like to do. But anyway, this is 10. Exit, well, there you go, exit 365 is where I'm at, coming up on Sterling. I don't come this way much, so it's actually a different route that I normally take. I normally go down to the valley, South Texas. So going out west, this is a welcome change, and kind of gets me out of doing the exact same path as I normally do, which is one of the downsides of doing dedicated. You really get stuck in a groove sometimes, which I guess is good and bad, because you know what kind of miles you're going to get every week compared to like just straight OTR. But it's also kind of sucks because when you go down the same road for as long as I have, like 2 years now, 2-3 years, going to the exact same stores, you see people at the stores who got fired or became a manager when they were a stalker, all the way to when you're driving down the road, somebody that has a unique bumper sticker, you start to realize when they're on the road that you're going to be on, at the time that you're going to be there, that they're generally there, around that time. So they're either going to work or coming home from work. But you start to recognize some of those cars and trucks, mainly trucks. This is Texas. But you start to recognize those, from bumper stickers or cars that were damaged. Yeah, you just start to recognize some cars. And it has a added benefit that when you know your route that well, it's really easy to drive it because you don't even have to think about it. But that's also a double-edged sword, because when it gets that easy, sometimes you can get really complacent, and getting into an accident is a lot more likely. So kind of have to be careful about that. But I really like the miles, because on average I could get 700 to 900 miles each run. That would take me like a day and a half or so, or I could do it in 2 days, doing like 450 a day, you know, averaging a steady pace, you know, whatever I kind of want to do, how hard I want to push. Or if I have a student, I could do all that in 1 day and then turn another 850 something mile the very next day. So a lot of flexibility, just depending on how much I want to drive. And talking about that, kind of going backwards a little bit on my financial freedom, I'm going to have to be working harder when I get this student. If this student is going to be one of the students that I could double team with, I'm probably going to. And I normally don't like doing that. I like to do like 600 to 700 miles a day, and that's it. Which means I only need to drive a couple hours a day, every day, and then that's it. And the student has some time to sleep without the truck moving. Hopefully he doesn't have sleeping issues while the truck's moving. Some students do, some students don't. But if he could go to sleep when the truck's moving, I'm probably going to be pushing 500 miles, 600 miles when I can. I'm not where I need to be financially to meet my goal for the year. Especially counting this month, I hit a significant loss. So this coming month, I got some videos I got planned, kind of like the day life of a trucker kind of thing, as well as some training and various different videos. I'll just leave it at that. I really need to get back into doing, you know, video production mode. I did take a little bit of a break. Like I said, I was involved in an accident, also some depression issues, but been working on that, so everything's going great. And you know, sometimes life gives you lemons, and you just got to figure out how to make a lemon pie or something. Because lemonade, I've gotten tired of drinking lemonade because the amount of lemons I've gotten. So I'm now trying to learn how to cook with them and make it to instead of having it be a negative thing, trying to find a way to turn that negative into a positive and move forward. So, you know, like a good example, let's actually talk about that. So depression and trucking actually goes hand to hand. I might actually do a video on that. I need to write that down. If one of my viewers who's watching this whole video, in the comments section, can you write down some of these good video topic ideas? Because there's like a high chance I'm totally going to forget about some of these. It happens way too often. But depression and trucking, for a lot of people, it happens. And there's a lot of different scenarios as to why. But that is a video that it's going to take a lot of work to put together. That's not like a one-time record that or like a drive-along video. There's going to be some research, there's going to be some numbers, and yada yada yada. And frankly, doing that level of research is going to take some time for me to do. So yeah, I need to work on that one. I also got some other projects that I kind of have in the works. Haven't recorded much or any footage on some of those yet, but you know, I got some other things I want to try to do with my YouTube channel, because trucking, even though my channel has been a lot about trucking, it's not about trucking. And if you go back to my really old videos before Swift, you would see that. And I need another water. You'll see that. It's really about my journey. Hell, I'll do that in another drive long video in a day or so when I'm driving. Kind of talking about giving just like a brief history of me progressing to the day that I'm recording it. Just like a quick rundown. I think that'd be a really good drive along video. So anyway, there's just some content that I would like to do, and frankly I would hope you guys enjoy it, but I kind of like to record things that I'm doing as I'm doing them, right? Or things that I have some interest in. Sometimes there are some things I just don't share online, but yeah, dang, I think that's all like the main part of this drive along video that I kind of really want to get a hold of. And I know there's going to be somebody who hasn't watched this far into this video and they're going to be like, oh my god, your windshield's so dirty, there's so many bugs all over it. Yeah, I know. I've already tried to use the windshield wiper. It's not working very well. I've been going through a bunch of bugs. So down here in Texas around this time of the year, we have massive amount of butterflies that are migrating, and when you hit a patch of migrating butterflies, there's not much you can do. They will clog up your radiator, they'll fill your windshield like this. And yes, I have cleaned my windshield. I cleaned it this morning, about 4 or 5 hours ago, and this is what I'm looking at. So it's not that I'm not cleaning my windshield, it's just the butterflies. And if you're from Texas, or you drove through Texas during butterfly season, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Also, we have a grasshopper season, and the grasshopper season is worse than the butterflies because they make a much bigger splat on your windshield. Yeah, when them grasshoppers want to get to jumping, they can be pretty nuts. So yeah, I mean, y'all, look at this view though. I love these rolling hills, grades. It's a lot of fun. You also have to watch out for big deer out here. And yeah, when I was at the truck stop, when I started the recording, I would have washed my windshield. And I would have wanted to, but they didn't have anything in their wash bins. So, yeah, sorry. I know this is being recorded in high definition. You're just not able to see it in high definition. Well, I guess you would, but sorry. There's a bug or two on this windshield. Oh, the other thing about driving out here on 10, I'm fully loaded right now, but you also got to be really careful when you start getting down to these valleys right here. The wind can get channeled And man, I've had it where it's blown me way over to the shoulder, which is also a really good reason why you should never park on the shoulder. You know, you could have somebody that gets blown, and yeah, it's just not safe. Now, if you absolutely have to park, the shoulder is never a smart idea. I mean, if you have to get off the highway, you know, try to get to an exit ramp or onto the feeder. Honestly, that's a much safer avenue. Even if you had a tire blowout, if it's not the steer, you know, let's say it's a drive or a trailer tire, and it's not a super single. I don't like super singles. But if you did lose a tire, I would say 9 times out of 10, getting to an exit and then pulling over is a lot safer than being on the side of the highway. Always. I will say it's almost always safer. But every scenario, every incident is going to be different. You got to make the right judgment. But even right here where there's not that many exits, I probably would still drive to the exit. I'll slow down. I'll probably put on my hazards and move over to the shoulder a little bit. And so that way everybody knows that I'm dealing with something with my truck, and give me plenty of space. But I would still get to the exit. Rest area, something. Why do they have their back windshield wiper just going? It looks like their car's wagging its tail for no apparent reason. Like, the car's happy! It's so happy! God. Oh, it looks like that flatbed actually has the tail light out. Let me see if I can reach him on the CB. Hey, flatbedder, headed westbound with a tanker on. Flatbedder hauling a tanker. Yeah, I'm on channel 19. Ow, that hurt. Now, I'll try one more time. Flatbedder headed westbound, passing an exit with a white tanker on. No answer. Alright. I'll leave that turned up for a minute in case he, for some reason, replies back, but extremely late. And that's the reason why you should have a CB. If a driver is, checking your truck out while you're going down the road, he could let you know if you have a light out, if you losing a mud flap because something hit it or it's just falling down, or if you're a flatbed, if you have a loose chain or strap. Really, having a CB is extremely important. I would say it's an important safety tool. Now, I know sometimes I turn the volume almost all the way down to where I could barely hear it. But you know what? If I hear it starting to go off, I'll turn it up and I'll listen. And that's why I like to make 3 calls out to a vehicle. The first one, they might have, barely heard it. Second one, they might have started turning it up, but missed what I said. So you wait a little bit and you do your final call. If they don't answer by the third one, they don't have their CB on. That's just like the general rule that I kind of follow. And it seems to work very well. And when someone is calling out to me, that's about generally what happens. when I do that. When I have mine turned down. But being on channel 19 and having the CB on will save you time and money. Especially if a trucker says, you know, let's say eastbound or westbound or north or south, depending on what road you're on, at exit number 555, there's an accident. So you get off on, you know, 553 and go down the feeder, you could get around the accident far quicker, you know. It can save you a lot of time. Pretty important. That CB has made me money on not sitting in traffic, or, you know, if I had a light that burned out that wasn't burned out from earlier, or maybe I just missed it, you know. Nobody's perfect. They could, you know, reach out to me and let me know. And talking about lights, if you check your trailer in the mid-afternoon, you may not realize that the light was not working. It was the sun, and you thought it was working because the lights are reflective. So when the sun starts to go down and it's starting to get dusk, it's always smart, always, to do a quick light check. You know, get into a rest area, truck stop, get yourself something to drink, you know, take a quick look at your tires mid-trip, and make sure your lights are all working. Because if you check during the day, it's easy to miss one. Just saying. So, I can almost guarantee you I've missed one because of the sun before. At least, no, more than one. Easy. I've been doing this long enough. And that's everyone else out there too. You know, if you've been driving for more than 6 months, you're gonna have some basic level mistakes, either, you know, missing a light because, you know, the sun was hitting it. It's not like you're carrying a sunshade or a way to block the sun to check that lens. So, yeah. Anyone who says, oh, you know, I carry a cardboard tube so I could put it over the light and see if it's on. Yeah, no you don't. No you don't. I've actually heard somebody saying that before. But it's also good to just do a quick walk around inspection of your truck and trailer. Anytime you get out of the truck, you know, you can always be looking at it. And sometimes that annoys my students, because if I don't see them looking at the truck, I make them go back, get back into the truck and get out again, and get into the habit that they're not just getting out of the truck and on their phone, or, you know, lolly-do-dagging somewhere. They're looking at the truck, looking at the tires. The tires are the things that can change the most, or the most rapidly. Just overall paying attention. Once you do that, if you want to pull your phone out and take a look at your phone, don't do that while you're walking in the fuel aisle. It was maybe a month or 2 months ago, there was a driver who got ran over by another trucker, and I'll say neither of those two drivers were paying attention. The guy that was driving the truck and the guy that walked right in front of the truck at the fuel island. The trucker that was, you know, starting to drive away was probably looking at his computer, maybe the phone, or eating something, who knows. And the driver that was walking right in front of that truck wasn't paying attention, didn't look at that driver, was probably on his phone. So, 2 mistakes led to a really ugly situation. So if you want to look at your phone, wait until you get into the store, or you're sitting down on the toilet taking care of some business. You could be on your phone taking care of business there as well. It's a lot safer. Or the other thing you can do is just pull around you know, park on a longer curb or something for 5 minutes and set your music or an ebook or whatever you want to try to do. I mean, yeah, a little common sense goes a long way, but that seems to escape some people, you know. And I think I need 268, and I need to exit 257. So my fuel stop is going to be before my store stop. It's a Love's right here in the Fort Stockton, and I think I know the one that it is. It's the one on the outskirts of the city, on the east side of Fort Stockton. Probably should look that up, but I got bad memory anyway. I got about the memory of Dorothy the fish sometimes. My speed is picking up a little bit more than I want to on this grade. There we go. When you're going down a grade, you should never have to use your service brake. I'm using all engine brake right now, and I'm on engine brake 1. If I go to 2, you'll see that it starts slowing me down. Once I hit 65, I go back to 1. It slowly picks back up. That's fine right there. Now I'll hit resume again, let the cruise control take back over. And there you go. Yeah, that grade picked up a little bit more than I expected. Then again, I don't come this way all that often, so that was a little bit steeper than I thought, and it looks like we're about to go into another one here. So let's go ahead and cancel cruise control. We'll pedal it for a second. Oh, no. That's not as steep as what I thought it was. Or not yet, anyway. So we'll put cruise control back on. It's been a while since I've actually came this way. This right here, yeah, look at that view. If I had the money, I would love to build a house on top of one of these. Not maybe necessarily looking over the highway, but you know, like just this type of terrain. I think that would be really cool. You know, be perched up kind of high. This grade here is nowhere near like the other one. Another video I can do is just talking about this truck. My horn doesn't work anymore. And the truck was just in the shop to replace the radiator. Yay. When I get back on this load, I have to go back to the shop. I don't know if they've already ordered the clock spring, the clock spring goes into the steering wheel, and it functions with the horn and these buttons here. These ones are still working for right now. Sometimes they don't, but the horn is shot. And every now and then, I don't know if it picks it up on the microphone, but there's a clicking sound. That's the clock spring shorting out. And it's just like a relay. It's just going click, 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 click. It's really actually kind of annoying. But I'm gonna try to drive it like this for a short minute, or until they get the part in. Changing it out, they said, is only like an hour, maybe a 2-hour job. But I spent a lot of time sitting in the hotel, so I need to try to get that bread. Especially since the cost of bread has gone up, along with milk, cheese, meat. It all costs more now. I actually got some opinions on some of the price hikes. Gasoline, oh my God. It's I heard a report that it was up 51% from a year. That's crazy. Although I don't know if I'm gonna get political. I actually try to keep politics out of my videos. Partly because the political views can be very strong in somebody's opinion. But if you guys would like to know about my political views, maybe on like a drive along video, let me know. If that is a topic you would like me to kind of give my viewpoints on the different political area, that could be a lot of fun. But what do you guys think? Would that be something you guys would like to see and hear? Look, even in the mirror, that whole area that we went by is beautiful. Yeah. Although these hood mirrors, I don't like them. I liked the mirrors that I had on 190-951. The round ones. These ones, I don't have that much visibility. I so much prefer the round convex mirrors. If you have the option of getting this style or the round convex, get the round convex truck. It's far superior mirror. You can see more. You can set it up to where you see the whole front bumper. You can see over the truck cab all the way out, and have 360-degree view around basically the entire truck with the hood mirror, side mirrors, and looking outside, other than what was directly behind the trailer. But these mirrors, I don't have that good of a visibility, and it's worse on this side. With that round mirror, I was able to see everything I needed to. Now there are some times where I gotta pull the brake and go to the passenger side and stick my head out, or get out and look. Where with the round convex mirror, there was times where I might not have to do that, or wouldn't have to do it as much. Blindside backing with the round convex was a lot easier than this one. Blindside backing with this style mirror is definitely harder because you don't get as much of a throw or field of view as I did with my convex. And I already asked Swift if they would change them to the round convex, and they said no. That really sucks. I really like the round convex mirrors, especially since I'm a trainer. Having the round convex mirror, because on the KW, the mirror sits further towards the hood instead of towards the door, like on the Freightliners. So when I'm sitting in the passenger seat, I can't see this mirror at all because this is in the way. With the round convex mirrors, I was able to see everything I needed to see from the round convex mirrors. But from these ones, I can't see much at all because the visibility sucks from the passenger seat. So I really wish that they would have put those mirrors on this truck, but I was told no. I wish, but oh well. Just, I don't even want to say that would really be a rant, but if you have the ability to get the round convex mirrors, do so. Trust me, it's a better setup. Now, if you have these type of mirrors and you want the convex, the reason why I was told that they won't do it, they said that the round convex mirrors, or these mirrors, it's based on the VIN number of the truck. So if the truck came stock with the round convex mirrors, that's the mirrors that truck will get, period. If it came with these mirrors as stock, then that's just what the truck gets. That's it. You can't just change them out. So, yeah. Like I said, that really kind of sucks. Can you imagine if you were here back in the old days, before highways, before roads, and you were on horseback coming through this area? Worse if you had a wagon and you had to try to get up some of these steeper grades here with the, you know, rocks and everything that would make it hard for a horse and wagon to get up and over. But so many people found a way to do it. All the time, too. That would be really daunting. I mean, with modern technology, we have the ability to just blast right through one to make it easier to pass for commercial vehicles and four-wheelers. But just having to go up and down all these, I can imagine it would take a lot of time and effort to blaze a trail where there may not be a trail, or even if there was a trail, it would still be difficult. Oh, I will put this out there. If any of my viewers, especially if you're near Austin, Dallas-Fort Worth area of Texas, and you have horses that you could let me ride, seriously, hit me up. I would absolutely love that. I actually haven't been able to ride a horse since I was like 15, something like that. And honestly, I would love to. I love horses. I don't know if that's something that anyone on my channel knows yet, but I absolutely love horses. So if you're in the area, or maybe even in South Texas, somewhere that I go, if you have horses, I would love to ride them, come visit, whatever. I would love to ride them though. So, yeah, if somebody has horses, comment down below maybe. Not that many of my viewers watch this long into my videos, per the YouTube stats. I wish they would. It takes a lot of time to record these longer videos. Well, it takes as long as to record them as it does editing them and everything else. So for every minute of video that I put up, it probably took me 3 minutes to 4 minutes to do the work with it. So, you know, an hour-long video was probably 4 hours of work. It's a little time-consuming. So now, some of that is not actual, like me having to sit there the entire time, because the rendering takes the bulk of the time. But while I'm rendering something, I really can't use my laptop that much, because the computer is going to be maxed out. Well, my Alienware really doesn't get maxed out, but rendering, you know, high definition video does take a lot of system resources. And if I start doing other things that will take some of those resources, it slows the whole process down, and the computer will run slow. So generally it's just better for me to let the computer do its thing and then come back to it later. So I try to set it up while I'm driving so it could render, or this or that or whatever, but it's still it's a process. Also, why I have Patreon. You know, if you guys really like my content, you know, yeah. Also, if you're a Patreon supporter and there's something that you want me to make a video about or a video of, that's a great way to let me know, because you can talk to me direct. So you can let me know kind of what you'd like to see, and I'll get that on my priority list. Now, if you're not a Patreon supporter, if there's something you would like to see, post it down in the comments. Because I like suggestions. But yeah, supporting me on Patreon is I put a lot of time and effort when I do a video. I'll say most of the time. Sometimes it's a simple, quick video, and some of you guys have found those really annoying or short or whatever. So I try not to do those, but yeah. Alright, it's getting a little toasty in here. Let me turn the AC up. Thankfully, I've not had any more AC issues with this truck. I had a few when I first got it. I'm now sitting at like 60, almost 61,000 miles. I have a trip counter on, but I can go here. Yeah, oh, 59,458. So yeah, I got a few miles on it. Although this next coming month, my plan is going to be trying to hit 20,000 miles. This month I'm short, but next month I'm really. Alrighty, so my camera just died. It had got really kind of hot, so I had to let it cool off. I don't remember where I finished off, but I guess that would be a good area to kind of end this video. So if you watched the whole thing, please give me a thumbs up, comment down below. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And like I said earlier, if you really like my video content and you'd like to support me, there is a Patreon link down in the description. You could, pick the level that you like to do, and that would just help me buy some of the equipment to try to get you guys some of the best content that I can.